Hey guys, welcome to a brand new episode of I'm Latoya Renee. If you are new here, welcome. If you've been here before, hey y'all. Today I want to give y'all a little update or a tip that I've stumbled across that may help you be able to continue your GLP-1 journey.
Don't play with it, don't be dishonest. Still not understanding.
Okay, so as many of you know, and I've expressed this on this channel, after May 22nd, compounding pharmacies will no longer be allowed to mix compounded semaglutide, and I think tirzepatide as well. And that is because the patent holders, which are Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk, they have been able to keep up with the demand of GLP-1 medications, and as a result, they are no longer allowing other people to make their meds. With that being said, if you want it, you got to get it from them. And so what that means is that for many of us whose insurance doesn't cover it and things like that, and we've opted to get it from compounded pharmacies at a semi-reasonable price, those options are going to be gone, so we're left with nothing. But I have stumbled across some information that may be helpful for some of you. I was actually talking to my beautician. She does my hair, my daughter's hair, and she has recently got on compounded semaglutide as well after seeing my results. And she goes to a med spa. She does not have a prescription or anything like that. They do have a physician there of some sort, but she didn't get a prescription from her primary care and then went to a pharmacy and got the meds. She just simply went in, got evaluated, and they just give her the meds. She got it the same day that she went. And I know many of you probably do go to med spas and things like that too. I personally hadn't tried it, but I know many people do, and that's what she did. And then as you increase your dosages, of course, the price or the cost of each dosage increases, and from what it sounds like, it's pretty comparable to what I've been paying for compounded semaglutide these last few months. When I was with her, I didn't realize I was breaking the news to her, and so in real time we were like, crap, what is she gonna do? Because for me, I'm at the end of my journey. I'm okay with stopping. You know, I've lost over 70 pounds now at this point. It's okay. But for her, she's lost 23, but she still has more she wants to lose. And so what is she going to do? She finally, decided to trust this thing after a lot of skepticism. And now that she's finally got it in her hands, she feels like it's going to be taken away. So what is she going to do? Well, I went on ahead and I called her med spa to see, what her options are, because they hadn't told her about this, and she hadn't heard about this. And as I'm recording this, we're like a week away from the deadline. And so I spoke with them, and they basically said, they corrected me. They let me know they do not make the medication there. They actually buy it in bulk and then distribute it or sell it to folks like you and I. The compounding aspect of the FDA's recent halt on compounded pharmacies making the medications does not impact them, but it does impact them in the sense that they won't be able to get more of the medication from their sources. And so what that means is what they have in stock is all that they have. And so my next question was, well, are people allowed to buy months and months and months worth of the medication? And they're like, absolutely, you can buy it in 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. I was like, oh crap, really? And so that is an option. Now, that is a pricey option if you're wanting to plan ahead for the year, right? Because, if you're someone like me who's on the highest dose, I paid $450 last week for a month. There are some much cheaper options in the beginning. I think they're as low as like maybe $25, $35 a week on the absolute lowest dosages. But as you're progressing through this GLP-1 journey, you're going to eventually progress to higher dosages, and so this could be pretty pricey. And that's the thing that she was kind of struggling with yesterday, was trying to decide, like, she's thinking, oh, I only need it through like maybe June or July. Well, definitely July, because we're at the end of May. So how much is this going to cost me? And do I really want to drop this money right now? Is that the most financially responsible thing to do right now? Do I want to swipe a credit card? Is it that important to me? You know, all of those questions came to mind, and I'm not quite sure what her decision was, but I have a strong inkling that she went on ahead and got a couple more months worth of the medication because she doesn't want it to run out. It's working for her. She's finally losing some stubborn weight that she's been trying to get rid of for so long and been frustrated with. And so she wants her meds, and I completely get it. And so that is what we stumbled across yesterday. So to recap, if all of this is like brand new, what the heck are you talking about, Toya? For many of us whose insurance maybe changed this year, or they changed their coverage on whether or not you could get Wegovy or Ozempic or whatever medication it is that you were on. Myself, I was on Wegovy June to December of 2024, and then January and February of 2025. But for folks who were on those brands of medications that you can pick up from your traditional pharmacy, you know, we had to find other options. And for me, I found that my primary care provider could send a prescription to a compounding pharmacy. They make it there. I pick it up from them. I do have to pay for it. I didn't pay for Wegovy because my insurance covered it before, so that was an adjustment. Paying $300 a month, and then eventually last dose was $450. But it was an option. And then for others who, you know, maybe don't have insurance or don't have a primary care provider or don't have a physician at all on their team advocating for them and able to do that for them, a med spa is a great option. And so, as I stated before, my beautician, she goes to a med spa. It's easy peasy. Like, she just picks up the med, pays the money, picks up the med, and goes on about her way. And she apparently can buy it in bulk if she wants until the supplies run out. And so that is an option. Now, something that I'm just thinking out loud is that, you know, if you're planning on going to a med spa and buying it, you know, however many months you project that you want to be on this medication, something to be mindful of is that as more people find out about this, more people are likely going to be doing the same thing you want to do, which is buying things. And so, you know, you may want to do it sooner rather than later. But also too, if you find that the place that you go to or you want to go to is out, just check around. There's med spas popping up everywhere. I know where I live, in Tennessee and the surrounding areas of where I live, I mean, I feel like every couple of corners you can find one. So that is just something to keep in mind. It's another option for you guys. There is cost associated with that, so that's something to keep in mind too. So, you know, obviously, you know your bank account and what's comfortable and what's not. And so that's just an option. So if you like the content that I'm offering to you, please make sure that you hit the like button as well as the subscribe button so that when new content does post, you're one of the first people to see it. It also helps this channel grow, which is growing so nicely, guys. I am just absolutely adoring and loving all the support that you guys are offering to me. It just means the world. I just love seeing this community grow, and I love that what's important to me is important to other people. If you are new here and you have no clue what my journey has been, go on ahead and click on the semaglutide and Wegovy playlist. I've got, I don't know, 70 plus videos on there talking about my journey. I've got weekly updates and then filler episodes as well, just like this will be a filler episode as well. Make sure that you hop in there, find out start to finish the journey. Look at my face in each video. You'll see the transition. If you're just now hopping on this channel and you're seeing me first time, go back to the beginning of my journey. That right there is mind-blowing and has quite honestly made a few believers in this medication. Drop in the comments if you know of any other options in order to continue to get our GLP-1 meds as the May 22nd deadline is approaching. And just stay tuned for more, guys. I love each and every one of you. Bye.